Hello, very good morning, everyone. Welcome to our second minute meeting. So before that, I want to congratulate all of you because we already done our fundraising event. So I know you guys are a little bit tired, but then we need to proceed our second minute meeting. So before we start, our secretary, Ms. Nasera, can you please take the attendance?
It seems like everyone's here except for Mr. Alfred. Mr. Alfred has already sent his MC letter to me because he will be admitted to the hospital yesterday, so he won't be attending our meeting for now.
Okay, it's okay as long as he already sent you the absence letter. So we just proceed. Okay, so for today, we will be focused on our big project. As you guys still remember, from last meeting, I already briefly explained. But then this time, we will construct in details regarding our actual project. So allow me to point out our meeting agendas for today. First of all, we will set the objective as well as the main activities that will be held during the actual event. So I hope you guys at least can give me some new ideas regarding new activities that we will conduct at the event. Okay, so the second agenda, we will talk about our potential outcome for this event. Okay, so this one, at least you guys can give me 3 outcomes. All right, so moving on to third agenda, we will discuss about the budgeting. So for this part, will be presented by Ms. Ivan as our treasurer, and also I will help a little bit in expenditure part. And our final agenda, we will talk about other matters that related to this event planning. Okay, so let's start with our first agenda, which is about the objective and new activities. So any one of you have any ideas on that?
I do have some, Mr. Azmi. As Mr. Azmi has already stated in our first meeting that we will do the signed petition in our event. So the first objective will be to address the government official and public entity regarding the issues that related to the deforestation by conducting the signed petition. This is because we believe that the signed petition is a huge platform to ensure that the responsible parties can be heard by the voices of people who care and aware about the worrying issues that happen to our mother natures nowadays.
Okay, I think it's fine. It's good. Okay, thank you, Ms. Nasera. Now, any one of you have different ideas as for our activities to make this event more enjoyable or fun?
Oh, I do have one, Mr. Azmi. How about
Yes.
we do talk competitions? So basically, the participants for this talk are open to all university college students from IPTA or IPTS. The topics as for the talk should related to green and sustainability developments. So the second objective will be to encourage young people to care about deforestation issues, which is leading the cause of extinctions on the planet. I believe this can be accomplished by allowing community, especially students, to voice out their opinions during the talk competitions. Besides, the listener also can put awareness on themselves.
That was good, Mr. Felix. But I am afraid that we cannot fully cover the cost for the winner prizes, since we already have a lot of expenses, such as the hall rental fees.
Oh, well, Ms. Ivan, that is not a big deal because we can charge the participants for joining the competitions, maybe around 70 ringgit. Let's say we successfully collect 20 participants, then we already have 1,400 ringgit. This amount of money we will allocate to the winners.
Okay, that was good, Mr. Felix. So everyone, do you guys agree with the idea?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Okay, we will include the talk competitions in our activity list. I will update the budgeting now. Thank you, Mr. Felix.
So we just limit our participation members up to 30%, right?
Yes, better do like that.
Okay, meaning to say each of speakers only require 8 to 10 minutes to present. So approximately 10 speakers will be present from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. And then we have break time for lunch. Then we continue the talk competition for the remaining 10 speakers. Is it okay, everyone?
Okay.
Okay, so Ms. Nasera, please take note the details for the new activity. Yeah?
Can I suggest something, Mr. Azmi? During the
Yes.
event, is it okay that we put food trucks to come?
Okay, food truck. That was good, Ms. Nasera. I didn't think about that. I almost forgot that our visitors also need to have lunch. But then, do you contact SICC already? Are they allowing us?
Yes, actually, Miss Ivan already talked to the marketing manager in SICC yesterday. He said they will take 25% from the rental income of 40 ringgit per food truck.
What do you guys mean by that? I don't really understand.
So like this, Mr. Azmi, the food truck owner needs to pay for the rental fee at SICC. So the rental will be divided to the ratios of 1 to 3, meaning that let's say there is like 10 food trucks that agree to rent the parking area to sell food and beverages. If we do the calculations of 10 food trucks multiply with 40 ringgit, it will be 400 ringgit, right? As for the rental income, SICC asked for 25% from the 400 ringgit, meaning that the 100 ringgit will belong to SICC and another 300 ringgit is belong to us.
Oh, now I understand. Okay, that's great. Thank you, Ms. Nasera and Ms. Ivan.
That's such a good idea. It can help to cover our expenses. If that's the case, allow me to add some more selling activities. During the event, may I suggest that we invite UCSF students to sell some products that was sustainable or made from recycled materials. Maybe we can charge them just simply 10 ringgit for opening a mini booth at hall. Actually, I already asked the students from Faculty of Art and Pekan. For now, at least, there is 10 individuals who would like to join. Is SICC allowing to us to open booths?
Yes, they allowed us. But then for these booths, SICC were not taking part in the rental fees. So basically, 10 ringgit for charging booths owner will 100% belong to us.
If that is the case, we will have an extra income, numerically 100 ringgit. That is great, Mr. Philip.
Okay, so for rental income, if it's possible, ask them to deposit to our panel account as quickly as possible. And also don't forget to ask them for the receipt as for e-transfer. And at references, make sure that they are right their details. All right?
Noted.
Okay, cool. For now, let me recap. We already have 2 main objectives and 2 activities: sign petition and also talk competition. At the same time, we also have rental income from food trucks and also from mini booths. Now, any other ideas?
I do have, Mr. Azmi. May I suggest that during the closing ceremony, is it possible if we invite some famous singer to make a performance?
But then it will cost us, Miss Nurshiza.
I think it is worth, Mr. Azmi, because it will attract more potential visitors to come. So we have more people to sign the petition.
So what do you think, Miss Ivan?
I think it is totally fine, but we need to set the budget for the entertainment part amounting to 800 ringgit up to 1,000 ringgit.
Okay, then. Can lah.
But who? Foreign artists or local only?
I think better we just invite local artists like Kekrik maybe.
Never mind. Later we will discuss about the artists that we will invite. Just include the entertainment cost in our budgeting. Okay, Miss Ivan?
All right, Ms. Azmi, I will include it now.
All right. So I'm thinking about the master of ceremonies or our host for the event. So do you guys have any ideas on mind?
I think we can invite Hosiani Kiwon as for our event host. What do you guys think?
Yes, I agree.
Yes,
Yes,
agree.
it's good.
Agree.
All right. Since everyone agree on that, Ms. Ivan, please inform Hosani Kiwon immediately and ask her if she willing to do so. Okay?
Okay, noted.
Okay, Miss Nasira, can you please briefly explain the flow of our event so far? I mean the scheduling or our tentative.
Okay, Mr. Azmi. So from 8 until 8:30 a.m., all of us, the crew members, must at least arrive at SICC Hall for preparations and setups like the stage podium, speakers, booths, food trucks, and etc. And then on 9 to 9:45 a.m., that will be the arrival of students and lecturers for the talk competition, just as Felix mentioned. Breakfast for crew members and preparation of the competitors for the talk competition also as well on that time. 9:55 until 10 a.m. we will separate the competitors to two groups for two sessions. So 10 until 12 will be first session of group 1 talk competition, and then 12 to 1:30 p.m. will be their rest time. 1:45 to 2 p.m. we will gather back all the competitors for group 2 for the session 2 for the talk competition. And then 2 until 4, we will start the competition for the group 2. 4 until 4:30, we will let the competitors to rest, and that will be the judges to discuss for the winners. 4:30 until 5 p.m. we will announce the winners and hand out prizes, including photo sessions also. So 5 until 6, we will let the any performers that we have invited to start to perform the songs, and then 6 p.m. will be closing and to wrap up the event.
Okay, that's all, Ms. Nasira?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So we will be moving on to our second agenda, which we will discuss about the potential outcomes from this project. Okay, so at least 3 outcomes. Anyone?
Yes, Mr. Azmi. The first outcomes, we can call it the sign petition and let the responsible parties to choose the best solution, or even strange the laws and regulation activities that related to the forestation.
Okay, good, Mr. Shakiri. Any others?
The second outcome, we can see how serious is the mentioned problems. Besides, we will see the variety of ideas to solve the mentioned problem, since each of speakers will recommend the solution as for the issues. From there, the judges also can analyze which solutions is the best, which then will affect judges' marking scores.
Okay, great, Mr. Flix. We need one more outcome. Okay, anyone?
Yes, Mr. Azmi. The third outcomes, we can bond closer ties between students from different backgrounds. During the break time, it will allow the participants and visitors know each other.
Okay, nice, Mr. Sija. Okay, now moving on to our third agendas, which we will talk about the budgeting. So this is the most important part. So I will invite Ms. Ivan. Are you ready, Ms. Ivan?
Yes, Ms. Azmi, I'm ready. Okay, hold on, yeah. I will share the screen now.
Okay.
Can you guys see this?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So as you guys can see at the income part, for now we have 4 sources of income. The first one is from the fundraising event income. So I would like to bring to your attention that we did not reach our targeted sales of 4,000 ringgit. Instead, we just collected 1,894 ringgit, which is this one. So from this amount, at least we did recover our contributions capital of 3,050 ringgit. And the bad news is that I think we cannot proceed with our actual project since we already have a lot of expenses to cover. Because as you can see at the bottom, we will have negative cash balance, this one, unless if we cancel the performance part.
Sorry to interrupt, Ms. Ivan. I forgot to tell you this morning, I just received 2 emails from 2 organizations stating that our sponsorship has been approved. The first one is from company BMW, and the second one is from Yayasan Sabah.
Really, Miss Nasera, how much is it?
Yes, Ms. Azmi, as in proposal for company BMW and Yayasan Sabah, we asked for 1,500 each, but then they only granted us as funding amounted to 1,000 ringgit and 800 respectively only.
Okay, that is a good news. Congratulations, guys. It is okay, Ms. Tira. I think that is enough to cover our expenses. Thank you for your hard work.
You're welcome, Ms. Ivan.
Okay, now just give me a minute to update this budgeting plan first.
Okay.
All right, now we can proceed. The next source of income is that we have participation fee from the talk competitions as planned by Mr. Felix. We expected to have 20 participants. So 70 ringgit multiplied with 20%, approximately we will have 1,400 ringgit. Next, we also have rental income from food truck and mini booth. For food truck, we expected to have 10 food truck with rentals fee amounting to 40 ringgit per truck. Initially, we are supposed to have 400 ringgit, but then SICC asked for 25%, therefore we will only have 300 ringgit. Next, we expected to have 10 mini booth with a rental fee amounting to 10 ringgit per booth. Hence, we will have 100 ringgit. For this one, SICC didn't ask for the divisions of income. All in all, the estimated total income for this project event will be 5,494 ringgit, as you guys can see here. So with that being said, that is all for the cash inflow. Now moving on to our next part, which is about expenditures that involves to run in this event. For this one, Mr. Azmi will help me to present. You can now begin, Mr. Azmi.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Evan. Now for expenditure part, we actually divide it into 3 categories. As you guys can see, venue, refreshment, and also miscellaneous. Okay, so we start with venue part first. Okay, so as you can see, the highest value in venue part is coming from entertainment activities, which budgeted for 1,000, followed by event host and hall rental at SICC, which budgeted around 500 respectively. But then we also need to hire 2 sound system crew. I plan to hire our local students, I mean UCSF students. So then we will pay them 50 ringgit each. So it will cost us 100 ringgit, right? Because 2%. And next is signage, which is the banners that will be displayed at the billboard along Likas to Kekero. So this will cost us around maybe 60 ringgit. Okay, so luckily for tables and chairs, SICC will provide. And next, transportation. So this one is actually for our fuel expenses. Okay, estimated around 50 ringgit. And next is stage and hall decoration stuff like lighting, balloon, flowers, cushions, and etc. Approximately around 100 ringgit only. Okay, so that's for venue costs. Next category will be refreshment. So for this part, it is actually about our meal expenses for 13%. So why 13%? Because we have 7 members all, right? Plus we have 2 sound system crew, plus we have 2 judges, and also we have 1 MC. And not to forget, we have also 1 entertainment. So that's why it will become 13%. So for breakfast, we budget around 5 ringgit per pax. So 5 ringgit times with 13%, it will be around 65 ringgit, right? For lunch, we budget around 15 ringgit per pax. So it will become 195 ringgit. Good news, for tea time, we actually sponsored by Starbucks. So they already contact Miss Nasera yesterday, right, Miss Nasera?
Yes.
Okay, so that's all for refreshment costs. Okay, so last category will be expenditure for miscellaneous. Okay, so for this part, we will have photo booths. So for the purpose for photo booths is actually for the visitors to taking their pictures as for the memories while attending the events. So but basically, it only costs us around 80 ringgit since we will be bring our own materials, right, from home, like mandala, lighting, and selfie frames. Next expenses will be prizes for top winners and also participation certificates. So as for prizes, we will use the participation fees, which is 1,400 estimately, and allocate it to the winners, as explained by Ms. Nasser just now. However, we are looking forward for sponsorship from Petronas also. So hopefully it will be approved as soon as possible. Next, for participation certificates, which cost us around 5 ringgit per person. So we have 20 participants for talk competition, and also we have 7 project group members. So we assume it will cost us around 135. So that's for miscellaneous costs. All in all, the total expenses or expenditure for this event are forecasted around 4,185. Okay, so that's all for our cash outflow. Back to you, Ms. Evan.
Thank you, Ms. Azmi. So now the most important part is the remaining cash balance. As you guys can see here, it is in positive value, right? Meaning to say that we can cover all our expenditures to run this event. Thanks to Ms. Nasira for her hard work on finding the sponsorship. We are expected to have a surplus cash balance amounting to 1,309 ringgit.
All right. So again, thank you, Ms. Ipan, for preparing this budgeting plan. Now we will talk about our final agenda, which we will discuss about other details for our project event, like contact persons, target audience, number of guests, number of children among the guests, and also other possible risks. Okay, so for contact person, anyone? Okay, wait. Maybe for talk competition, I will put my number and also Mr. Shakiri.
Okay.
Sorry, Mr. Alfred numbers and Mr. Shakiri. Okay?
Okay.
Excuse me.
For food trucks, I'll put my contact number.
For mini booths, I will put my contact number.
For concert, I will put my contact number.
For any inquiries regarding this event, I will leave Mr. Azmi and my contact details.
Okay. So I hope Ms. Nasira can prepare the poster as soon as possible. Okay, so now regarding our target audience, number of guests and number of children among the guests. Anyone?
As we discussed previously, our targeted audience for sign competition and concert is youth community, range between 18 to 25 years old. However, we also open to any group of ages from children to adults. So there is no specific numbers as for number of children. Approximately, SICC allow us to bring around 300 target audiences since we have to follow the SOP. So SICC hall is very quite large for 300 target audiences.
I see. Okay, thank you, Mr. Sarah. So now, any other possible risks that you guys want to point out?
Yes, Mr. Asmi, I am thinking of our SOP in order to avoid the risk of spreading the virus COVID-19. Don't you think that we need to strengthen our safety or precaution?
Okay, so as for SOP, make sure that all participants and our target audience complete their vaccination dose. And as usual, before entering into the hall, make sure that they measure their temperature and check into My Sejahtera first. And as far as I remember, at SICC, there will be the frontliner, like the enforcement, that will in charge around the entry section.
All right, Mr. Asmi.
Okay, so let me recap our event basic details. The location event will be held at SICC. The venue date will be on 18 December, this coming Saturday. And the venue time will be from 9:45 in the morning until 6:15 minutes in the evening. Okay, anyone of you have any questions?
Yes, Mr. Azmi. May I know when we should meet during the day of event and where?
I hope you guys can come as early as 7:45 in the morning, and we will gather here at lobby UCSF. So then we can move to SICC together. Since some of us stay at hostel, right? Don't worry about breakfast because I already ordered food delivery in advance directly to SICC, as well as for lunch. Okay, so any other question?
Oh, Mr. Asmi, may I know what we will do with the remaining cash balance?
Oh, that was a good question. So how about we put 50% from the remaining cash balance to the donation box, and another 15%, of course, we will use to entertain and celebrate our hard work. Maybe we will conduct a simple ceremony or go for island trip. Okay, so do you guys agree with that?
Agreed.
Yes.
Agree.
All right. So if there is no other question, we end our meeting now and see you this coming into December 2021. Please always take care of yourself and good luck, guys. Bye. And thank you for coming.
Thank
Bye,
you,
Ma'am.
Mr. Azmi.
That's
Thank
me.
you. Thank you, Ms. Asmi.
Yeah, thank you.